The briefing last week, we made the case for slow content. One briefing, once a week. Truth first. This week we make the case for something deeper. Something that explains why slow content matters in the first place. Trust is the scarcest resource in media. And it is getting scarcer. The numbers. The Edelman Trust Barometer has tracked public trust in institutions for over 2 decades. The trend is not subtle. Trust in media has declined steadily across nearly every demographic, in nearly every country, for nearly 20 years. In 2024, media ranked as the least trusted institution globally, behind government, behind business, behind NGOs. People trust companies more than they trust the content those companies sponsor. Think about that. A brand selling you something is considered more honest than a news source telling you about the world. That is not a platform problem. It is not an algorithm problem. Those are symptoms. The cause is simpler and harder to fix. The content industry broke its own promise. How trust was lost. Trust is not lost in a single betrayal. It is eroded over thousands of small decisions. The decision to publish before verifying. The decision to exaggerate a headline because the accurate one would get fewer clicks. The decision to frame a complex issue as a binary fight is because nuance does not travel as far. The decision to treat a correction as an embarrassment to bury rather than a duty to perform. Each decision is small. Each is rational in isolation. The algorithm rewards it, the metrics justify it, and the competition is doing it. But the cumulative effect is devastating. The audience learns, not consciously perhaps, but they learn that what they read cannot be fully trusted. They learn to consume with skepticism. They learn to assume manipulation. And once that assumption settles in, it is almost impossible to reverse. The moat here is the opportunity hidden inside the crisis. If trust is the scarcest resource, then trust is also the most valuable one. In a market flooded with content that cannot be relied upon, the operation that can be relied upon has no competition. This is not a growth hack. It is not a strategy that compounds at 20% a month. It is slower than that, quieter than that. But it builds something that algorithms cannot replicate and competitors cannot fake. Credibility is the last moat. You cannot buy it. You cannot automate it. You cannot optimize for it in a quarterly report. You can only earn it over years, through thousands of small decisions that go the other way. The decision to verify before publishing. The decision to use an accurate headline. The decision to present the nuance. The decision to correct the error publicly. What we are building, SadiqContent, is not a media empire. It is a trust operation. Every briefing we publish carries a transparent record of how it was made. Every claim is traceable. Every source is cited. Every correction, should one be needed, is public and complete. We are not doing this because it is profitable in the short term. We are doing this because it is the only thing worth building in the long term. The trust deficit is real. It is deep. It will not be solved by a single publication or a single promise. But it can be solved. One honest briefing at a time. Tuesday,